सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मीरारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। पूज्य माँ भगवती, पूज्य श्री अरविंद, आप सब of you all chosen children of the Divine Mother. Entire humanity is to be changed. The special focus of Sri Aurobindo's yoga right from 1909, while interaction with Lord Krishna and himself. So the dialogue between Lord Krishna and Sri Aurobindo is a fundamental base of this yoga. The clues which were presented to Sri Aurobindo by Swami Vivekananda 14 days continuously in Alipur jail in 1909. That was, virtually speaking, the milestones of the yoga of Vedanta. So, whatever was the base up till now created by ancient Vedantic rishis was to be taken into account by Sri Aurobindo as the evolutionary progress. Because right from the beginning, the evolution that has taken place is on the base of one particular hypothesis. Nobody was the eyewitness to it. Process was such a mysterious process. Man is an ultimate evolutionary stage as per Charles Darwin. So man was not there, and when there was no man, there was no mind. Mind was also not there, man was also not there, sensibility was also not there, scholarship was not there. What we are doing at present with our present mind was not there. It was not the fact of life in those days. So it's all mysterious. So it is the simple hypothetical development that has come up to the human being. So mind and human race are one way or the other way related to one another. So what are the potentialities in human mind are the potentialities in human race. What are the qualities in human race are the qualities of human mind. So mind is invisible reality of humanity, and humanity is visible reality of mind. What type of mind is actually working today? We can see criminals, we can see murderers, we can see saints, we can see sadhu, we can see vibhutis, we can see shaitan, we can see all different types of the people. but the range is fixed up for them. Range is the range of the height of mind prevalent today and the bottom of mind prevalent today. So bottom of mind is much more related to animality, and height of mind is slightly related to tomorrow's demigod. Tomorrow's demigod. So mind, body, they are also related to one another. Entire humanity as universal consciousness is also motivated by explosion of mental consciousness, development of mental consciousness. And throughout this book, what Satprem surveyed was grasped by what Satprem surveyed was the content presented to mother at this tremendously old age in order to project her own experiences, which are all mysterious, indescribable, ununderstandable to the people who were around mother, who were disciples, who were sadhak, who were themselves, left to themselves, they believe that who are the expert chosen people around mother and Sri. But for them also it was mystery. It was something else. And not only that something else, but they reviewed, they criticized, they analyzed the environment of the mother, statements of the mother, the condition of the mother, and what mother talks to them casually. They were all ununderstandable by the people around him, around mother. This is the scenario. At least sitting here we can imagine what might have been going there. At that time, Satprem tries to focus his attention upon mother's statement just. But I assure you that this mind of the cells is something totally new. I am talking of the mind of the cells, not mind of the body, not mind of the corporeal body, not mind of our Supreme Master at present, not mind as our Master at present. But I assure you that this mind of the cells, instead of that I would feel inevitable to replace this mind, corporeal mind, idiotic mind, wretched mind, as mother we have seen, to replace that mind into the realistic mind, the mind which can make human race human. Race is there. With mind also race is there, and that is why it is human being. Virtually it is animal. It is animality prevalent. So from animality as humanity is emerging. Now that humanity is to be given a right mold and right mode together. And if we can give right mold and right mode together, then only we can have right to get ourselves to get our consciousness well plugged with supramental. Supramental is the superior light, superior power, superior energy, and superior will, because it is the will of the divine. It is the will of the divine that became world, and it is the will of the divine that became animal. It is the will of the divine that became man. It is the will of the divine that mind came into existence. Now, how, why and how? I am talking about mind of the cells. And for what? That is what Mother repeatedly presented before Satprem. That it is the purest mind, it is the absolute mind, it is the realistic mind, it is the scientific mind, it is the creative mind, it is the divine mind, because it was in focus of the mind of light that was transmitted to me by Sri Aurobindo, I understood. Now, concept is absolutely clear. So, you should not doubt now. You should not doubt. You have heard, you have listened to all different quantum up till now presented before you. And in conclusion to whatever up till now you have listened to it, must automatically prove that it is the mind of the light that is the sound master key. Similarly, it is the mind of the shell within our body is the reciprocal mystery. The reciprocal mystery. At what stage shall we accept mind of light? I accepted mind of light unknowingly. At that time, mind of cell was not my hypothesis, was not my conviction, was not my target, was not my objective of this sadhana. What type of sadhana of immortality should I continue thereafter? Thereafter means what? Sri Aurobindo's transition from human body to the supramental body. Not Sri Aurobindo's death, nor Sri Aurobindo's demise, nor in a sophisticated way we may say that Sri Aurobindo's samadhi, but Sri Aurobindo's transaction from mortal body to immortal body, from mortal body to supramental body. And mortal body to supramental body means what? I have seen Satprem, I have seen with my own eyes that this is the immortal body of Sri Aurobindo. It is a sexless body. So there is no question of interaction. There is no question of Maithun. There is no question of the projections of apara prakriti here on the earth, sattva, rajas and tamas. That prakriti has to be changed. And prakriti has to be changed means the projections as such have to be so radically changed that matter that made this prakriti a force on the earth has to be changed into a divine force. So bound to be inevitable that if nature as such is to be changed, the force also behind it has to be changed. Divine will is divine will, and divine will is the will supreme. But force also that motivates this prakriti or para prakriti has also to be changed. So the different formulas Mother so assimilated that no scientist can challenge it. Not today, even tomorrow. No scientist of tomorrow also will change it. It is something that is unchallengeable fact, and so unchallengeable fact that it is psychological, supra-psychological, realistic, supra-realistic, physical, supra-physical, and over and above it is psychic consciousness at the level of the human body. So, what do you understand? Totally new. Satprem, it is totally new. I am talking of the mind of the cells is totally new. It is not that the matter is hidden there in this at the level of the cell, pure matter. The matter that we are living at physicality, vitality and mentality is a matter bit distorted and zigzag. Now this is the matter which is pure, perfect, divine, absolute. There we should find out the immortality. Salvation is there in my body. Salvation is not there in the paradise. And that salvation is the mind of self. A new body being developed from below. From below, that new thing has to be developed. That new thought is to be generated from below. So new creation also will be from below. It is not the new creation that can come on the world, on this planet, from above. First creation was from above. Now the second creation was not and is not from above, it is from below. But the process is so quiet. Not drums will not be played. No music will be played. No celebration will be there. No phenomenon will be there. No international, national, human scenario will be created to celebrate this new achievement. But it will be absolutely secret and silent. But mystery, that is the mystery, divine mystery, is to be so explored, Satprem, and it will be soon explored. So invisible. See, it is so invisible. Nobody will see it so immediately. But still, supramental has been brought down on the earth. The motivational force of supramental will create a new scenario, and those who are fortunate, those who are visionaries, those who have got their eyes open, those who have got third eye, gifted third eye, since so many previous births, if their psyche could have been developed to a particular minimum level, they could definitely see this new scenario. And that new scenario is the new body. It is new body. And was not born of the mother, not through biological process, because when advancement will start taking place, Ahar, Nindra, Bhaya and Maithun are all will be eradicated. It was this world of Anand. It will continue for Anand. It will be the stuff of Anand. It will be the new matter of Anand and nothing else. So you can just imagine what type of matter of Anand will be there. So Anand, as we define, is not only Anand. It is our limited perception of Anand. Little children, kids, they will start playing dolls, and it is their Anand. And astronauts just moving in the Sputnik might be operating the machinery in the vacuum and was finding his Anand there. Now where is Anand? Where is Anand? Whatever he was doing there is also for his Anand. And a little child doing here something, that is also his Anand, because it is also de facto reality, and it is also de facto reality. So whatever limited scope of Anand we realize is our mental projection. So the mind that will be hereafter developed will be so developed that it will have total Anand, and total Anand is Satchidanand. So the Prakriti at one hand is Ahar, Nindra, Bhaya and Maithun. Now that Prakriti has to be rooted out, wiped out with Satchidanand. So the new body will be the body free from Maithun, free from Ahar, Nindra and Bhaya, and will be from the stuff of Satchidanand. That is why it is invisible. Para Prakriti is invisible to Apara Prakriti. Apara Prakriti can be visible to Para Prakriti, but Para Prakriti is not visible to Apara Prakriti. God is invisible to man. Man is not invisible to God. This is the category. So Mother explains everything. It is invisible. It is Satchidanand. It is new body and new Prakriti. It is new energy, new force. Satprem, it is with new mind. It takes place through the development of so many imperceptible and microscopic new ways of being in the tiniest everyday movements and in the highest nervous reaction that it is difficult to understand. It is difficult to understand. Satprem did not understand it properly. So Satprem admits that Mother, it is very difficult to understand. How far you are explaining to me repeatedly, but still I don't understand. Is it ever possible? Is it ever possible? Man is dying. Every day man is dying. I was also on the verge of death. Here in Pondicherry, before your very nose, I was also to be murdered. So I had undergone this experience. Then how will it be possible? No, supramental is invisible, new mind is invisible, new reality is invisible, new Prakriti of Satchidanand is invisible, but I am communicating with the divine will. I can see the supramental body in 62, in 68 and in 71. I could see the supramental body of Sri Aurobindo, and I have seen my supramental body too, that is taking place and that is going to emerge in my very body. I cannot place it before you, but I can see my body, my supramental body within my body. And more, my cellular patterns are going to be well set. I can see and I can contact my supramental body, I can contact my mortal body too. It is mortal body that can not contact with the supramental body, but my psyche, my mind of self, my new patterns of body, it can see my supramental body, and that is going to emerge. And as I told you frequently, here and everywhere in India too, that had it been kept, Mother's body there in their custody after so-called declaration of death of the Mother on 17th November 1973, instead of 4 days, for 8 days, 4 days still more, instead of getting it buried there in the same samadhi on 20th, 17th November is the day Mother left his body as it was declared. Mother did not admit. Mother did not admit. Mother had never admitted. Had it been kept as it is for 4 days more, that is from 24th, that is 20th November to 24th of November, and 24th of November was Siddhi Din. And what was Siddhi Din? Siddhi Din was the realization of Lord Krishna's avatar karya, the work of incarnation. That was Siddhi. Kurukshetra, victory in Kurukshetra, justice given to Pandavas, justice given to Mahabharata, justice given to the vision of Vyasji was not Siddhi of Lord Krishna. Krishna's Siddhi was, you Arjun try to be Narayan from Nar. You will have to be Narayan from Nar. So one man, if he becomes Narayan from Nar, then the passage and way will be opened for the people, for the humanity to enter into this new passage to immortality. That Arjun will become the architect of immortality. Arjun will become. Arjun could not. So that was the work left out by Lord Krishna and has to be completed by Lord Kalki Narayan. Because it is Krishna that became Kalki. It is Krishna that has to become Kalki. And it is Krishna who determined to become Kalki. And that is why he came to Sri Aurobindo in 1909. So that Kalki is the Kalki in that supramental body is emerging from the mother, from the body of the mother. Now, no Kalki will be born somewhere in here, there, or everywhere, because Lord changes his opinion, Lord changes his will, Lord changes, the Supreme changes his decision. Who can challenge it? Who can challenge it? It is the Supreme action, and that is why Mother says Sri Aurobindo is a decisive action direct from the Supreme. It is an action, it is not the decision. It is an action, it is not the thought. It is an action, it is not the fancy. So all these things are to be so clubbed together, then only we can understand. This is our last birth. This is our last birth. And if we don't understand in this birth, when shall we understand? When shall we understand? Satprem says, I understand. Mother looks at him. Why? Why you are not understanding? I am repeatedly expressing before you. Still you are not understanding. And that is what the very reason that immediate person who is receiving the message of mother at this crucial stage was also not properly understood, properly transmitted, properly communicated to the people around them, and ultimately the scenario we witnessed was the scenario unfortunately had taken place. Understand? And I didn't understand it very well, Satprem writes, and I didn't understand it very well. Mother tried to explain to me. What mother tries to explain to me, I didn't understand. From where supramental body will be born? You are at the age of 93. You are at the age of 93. Mother says, what the body is learning this, Satprem, to get birth is the training given to my body. To take the birth from me is a training given to my body. What I am doing at present, I am giving this training to my new body, my supramental body. Now it passes our judgment. It passes our understanding. It passes the fundamental knowledge of gynecologist. Fundamental. It emerges from your body from where? It emerges from my body of the newly patterned entity within my body. And newly patterned entity of new cells in my body is my supramental body. Because I have seen icon, I have seen my icon. And what is my icon? My icon is the body of Sri Aurobindo, whose supramental body I have seen for the first time living in my human body. What the body is learning is this, to replace the mental rule. And that is the body which can replace the mental rule. I have talked to you, I have explained before you the new mind. Now I am explaining before you the new body. New mind in new body. And it is new body that can be operated by new mind. It's not operated by this old, wretched and stupid mind. As I told you, Indian idiot auditor. Idiot auditor cannot manage it. What the body is learning is this: to replace the mental rule of intelligence. Mental rule of intelligence. It is intelligence is a power, but intelligence is the power which falls short of managing this new power of supramentally charged mentality. Supramentally charged mental consciousness. Supramentally charged mental consciousness at higher level, illumined level, intuitive level, and over mental level. Spiritual rule of intelligence by the spiritual rule of consciousness. Spiritual rule of consciousness of supramental will replace this fundamentally intelligent body, intelligent mind. So all these weapons have to be put aside. They will be all rusted, they will be all outdated, they will be all no weapons. And that makes a tremendous difference, mother says. That makes a tremendous difference. When this replacement will take place, it takes a tremendous difference. Tremendous difference. Although it doesn't look like much, you can't notice anything, to the point that it increases the body, it increases that mind, increases the body's capacities 100-fold. 100-fold the body's capacities will be enhanced. Mind can enhance body's capacities. See, mind cannot efficiently manage the body, but mind can enhance body's capacities. And body's capacity means what? Senses, organs, they will be extraordinarily capacitated. You can be here, you can be there, you can be anywhere. You can listen to from anywhere. No need to have any additional operator. No need to have any additional machinery. No need to have any technology. It is only and only your self-technology so generated that it can start commanding you individually as well as start commanding the world. One man's perfection still can save the world. The lonely thought becomes omnipotent. The lonely thought of the supramental body will be omnipotent. And that makes a tremendous difference, although to the point that it increases the body's capacities 100-fold. When the body follows certain rules, however broad they may be, it is a slave to those rules. When bodies start following and obeying certain rules of mind, they are dead rules for the body, but body helplessly will have to accept it. Follow certain rules, however broad they may be, it is a slave to those rules, and its possibilities are limited accordingly. And with the result, their possibility of following the set of rules, code of conduct, is very limited. That is what we are feeling at present. In spite of technology and all these things at our disposal, still we are not Superman. We cannot compare ourselves with robot even. We cannot compare ourselves with artificial intelligence. Intelligence is there. Intelligence is there, put into machine, put into matter. But still we cannot compete them. To what extent we are living incompetent machine. We are also living, but incompetent machines. So the scenario, present scenario, the way in which it is going on, we can have the right estimate of what is going to be hereafter. However broad they may be, it is a slave to those rules, and its possibilities are limited accordingly. But when it is governed, Satprem, but when it is governed by the spirit and consciousness of the other state, when it will be governed by the spirit and the consciousness of the other state of Harino Des, according to Ganga Sati, and according to Sri Aurobindo, the supramental, when it will start governing our mind, it will be a new, terribly new scenario. It is governed by the spirit and consciousness of the other state. Its possibilities and flexibilities become exceptional. It will be exceptional. Today, you cannot spell it out. Today, you cannot paint it out. Today, you cannot draw its figure, picture, what type of man, supramental human being will be on the earth tomorrow. Become exceptional, and that is how it will acquire the capacity to extend its life at will, and that is how it will be capable to extend its life at will. That will be death at will. Today in my body, if birth at will take place, tomorrow in the world externally, death at will also will take place. And that is how it will acquire the capacity to extend its life at will. The necessities lose some of their authority. It becomes possible to go this way or that way. All the laws that were the laws of nature also will be changed. It's not the laws of body will be changed. It's not the laws of physicality will be changed. It's not the laws of psychology will be changed. It's not the laws of the human patterns will be changed, because organs will be different, senses thereafter will be different, necessities of nature will be different. So he doesn't understand all these things together. A dose is very heavy, and he could not grasp it. The necessities lose some of the authority. It becomes possible to go this way or that way. All the laws that were the laws of nature, lose some of their tyrannical power. It's a tyrannical power, dictatorial power. It's not democratic power. The Lord will not come to you to ask whether you are ready or not. Either you will be perished, you will be destroyed, you will be wiped out, or you will survive. Survival of the fittest, that is the law of Charles Darwin, will also work, but in a different mode. Those who will survive, people who will have at least a rising consciousness,